Bright lights today.
Yeah, bright lights. That's what happens.
Big city.
When you win,
Yeah.
when you win a big game.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, so you're coming off a week where you really did some stuff, and now you got another one turning around here. How was practice this
Yeah.
week?
Practice was good. I think the guys feel pretty good how they played last week. And, so hopefully we built a little skill and built some confidence. We know we're going to need that against the Oregon Ducks.
You talked about how maybe a win like that could give you guys some juice, and that maybe last year that didn't quite
Yeah.
happen. Did you see that this week in practice?
Well, I know this. It's a lot more fun going to practice after a win than a loss. But I think the whole trick is if you can just keep taking small steps forward. And I think the way you do that is if you play well. And I think the guys know when they play well. Sometimes it doesn't show up on the scoreboard, but it's got to be progress.
Chris, can you talk about some of those small steps that you'd like to see them take, especially like you said after a win,
Yeah.
and just at this stage of the season?
Well, I think it starts with practice. The mentality of going out to really get better, and I think I think they were good this week. And then it translates to showing up to the game with a real sense of purpose. And then the final step is putting that all together and executing at a little bit higher level. And I think, every guy on this team puts the tape on from last week and sees, I got to get better at that. I got to get better at that. And, I've been saying it for a long time. As long as we can continue to keep that mentality and move forward, then eventually, we'll feel good about ourselves. But we're certainly not there, but we're making progress.
It looks like Coach Helfrich, he doesn't want to name a starter quarterback until literally game time.
Yeah.
Does that even matter to you guys at this point?
It really doesn't. I mean, that's all, that's all their deal. And, we're planning on playing an extremely explosive, Oregon offense. I mean, whoever the quarterback is, they've been explosive. I mean, they're one of the leading teams in the country in scoring points. They run the ball as well as anybody, and they got a really good play-action pass game. I mean, so to me, it's the same old Oregon team.
When you were at Oregon, was there something about that program that made you think, or that you would have believed that they could have turned into kind of the machine that they've been the last decade or so?
I think one of the huge keys to that, I think when I was there, we just kind of took it one day and 1 year at a time. And you don't look that far down the road. You're just always trying to take the next step with your program. But I think the one reason that they've done that, I think there's numerous reasons. There's never just one reason. But I think one of the things is they've had such tremendous consistency coaching-wise there, from the head coach to the assistant coaches. I mean, it's been a long time since I've been there. And I still feel like I know them all really well. I mean, half that staff was there when I was there, and I think that's a huge key to their success.
You were probably asked earlier in the week about the streak. Did you talk to your kids about that at all this week, or they weren't even here? You weren't here. I mean, all that.
Yeah, all that. We weren't here, and so it's really about the here and now. And even if the streak was reversed, it's about this game. And so that's really where our focus is. It's like, are we going to play as good as we can play? And if we do, that's what we can control.
Are you to the point on the offensive line where all those guys are now competing again and healthy enough to play, or you still got some guys banged up?
No, I think everybody's competing to play. That always changes day by day, game by game. But I think this was a good week of practice, and we got a lot of